Hi guys, I'm Shmee. Hello, welcome back to the channel and welcome today to a video where we're bringing a G Wagon back to the Shmuseum. It's been a while since I sold my G63, but as you know, I hold G Wagons in pretty high regard. I had a lot of fun owning that car for around 3 years. There will be another one in the future, mark my words. But today, here at the garage, we're going to be joined by my friend Tom, TGE, who has just bought himself, get this, a Brabus 500 4x4 squared, the old generation, even bigger, badder, more angry G-Wagon with the full Brabus package, the 500 horsepower upgrade, the Widestar bodywork. It's fully stealthed out, and it's going to be here in just a moment, the biggest car by far that's here at the garage. So we're waiting for his arrival. Then I think we're going to talk about what has gone into his mind to buy that crazy thing, and then we'll take it out for a drive and see if we can find, considering quite how wide it is, some width restrictions and very narrow country lanes. Sounds like it's going to be fun. Oh yes, the beast arrives. Look at that. Full satin black stealth Brabus G 4x4 squared. What a monster. Hello. Welcome. Welcome to the Shmuseum.
How you doing?
I like to kind of jump down from there.
I know, we haven't got the steps in action today.
I also like that.
Yeah, it's good noise, isn't it?
So the last time we met up for a video was a while back.
IKEA?
Carrera GT.
Carrera GT, it was,
Carrera
wasn't
GT.
it? It wasn't
Delivery day at Goodwood of your Carrera
Yeah.
GT. Plus before that we took your Pista to IKEA. We've got to rewind back a step though, because in recent times you've grown a collection of different generation Porsche 911s, like you're kind of enthusiast type cars.
Yeah,
CGT,
which are the
etc.
worst cars for YouTube. Back when I started, the non-enthusiast, just noisy, shouty ones, blew the channel up. And then I started buying things I actually loved, and enthusiast stuff. Yeah, not so
Not
good.
quite the same. It's not like an Aventador and
Don't restore any classics. They don't like that.
This, however,
Yes.
curveball and a half. When you told me that you've gone and bought...
I've always wanted one, Tim.
When you told me though you've bought a Brabus 4x4, I'm like, have I read that? I had to read it more than once.
Yeah, honestly, I don't know really what I think I was doing when I agreed to buy this, but it was very spur of the moment. I was at Le Mans Classic. A friend of mine said, I've got this car, I might sell it. And I said, give me first refusal. 3 weeks later, he gave me first refusal. And a deal's a deal. I'd already, kind of agreed to it.
You're in at that point.
Yeah, I was in up to my neck. So here we go, Brabus 4x4 squared.
So they were all left, I believe. Previous gen G Wagon, G500, from the factory 4x4 squared. So from the factory it had the lifted axles, a slightly wider body kit.
Yeah.
Lots of them are famous for being in that bright kind of neon yellow paintwork.
Yep.
This has the full Brabus treatment.
It does. So for that, I mean, you get loads of aesthetic bits and bobs, namely
Small
the
arches,
arches.
small.
So I think these are basically the originals, and then the carbon bit is what Brabus did. For the full set of arches, if you wanted your G500 to have these on, apparently it's 25 grand for the arches. And these are the bits that get whacked.
Yeah.
If you judge a width wrong. So quite nervy driving this around
Especially
London.
when you're left-hand drive.
Yeah.
In the
Up
UK,
there, you've got no idea what's happening around the car.
You can't see any of this.
It's all guesswork.
And there's a lot of car on the outside of you, because these are even wider than the mirror. Have you looked at that?
Yeah, I'm well aware of it, and it's all PPF. So you get these country lanes, around the Cotswolds and whatever. You get a little bit of brambling every now and again, and you're like,
okay. An army of number plates.
So we've got the original plate that the original owner had it on, and then the date-specific plate.
Yeah.
And then that. My plate fixing admin is not very good. So I've literally just got Halford stickies and stuck it on the front. It survived the motorway journey, to be fair. So
you know what's quite funny though is been there and done that with so many of these cars, sticking plates over the top of plates, because when you're waiting and not sure if something's updated or registered properly, there's still this because sometimes you have to even send the papers off still.
Yeah.
I've had that recently with one of my cars. They needed to verify some documents or something.
I had that the other day.
And you're like, I have no idea what they can't do. Obviously,
and even insurance is by midnight the next day.
Yes.
So it's, you never really know. So I've got options. If I get pulled over and it's not good enough, I can say, how about this one? Or we've got more in stock.
They can run each one through the AMPR until
which one works? It's that. I'm insured. Leave me alone. So no, it's fine.
Full Brabus hood, carbon. Very nice.
Lightweight, that's what you need. And like aero and stuff, that's what you need on one of these.
Is weight saving what this was going for?
These as well, which add, I don't really think any value. It's not ventilation or anything, it's just...
Cool. But the thing with this, right, though, is while this is a car that's immensely capable, and you could bomb up and down the Scherkel, the mountain in Graz, Austria, where they do all the testing, or through the dunes or whatever it is, the majority of these are either crawling around Dubai or in city centres, or in your case, bumbling around the Cotswolds.
Offending everyone.
Literally, because if you come up behind somebody in this, I mean, obviously, okay, Ford GT, super low, but the roofline of the Ford GT is about the height of your number plate.
Perfect. It actually is very concerning. Yeah, people do let you out and get out of the way and stuff. I can't think why. No. It's good. You drive past lorries and
This is wrapped?
Yeah, this is a wrap. So the factory colour will be revealed at a later clickbait occasion on the channel. And there's actually a really cool story behind this car and who originally ordered it. It is a really cool story, so stay tuned for a boring video on that. But it is wrapped at the moment, yeah. There's a few bits and bobs.
I like this.
Yeah, I think these are daytime running lights as well. I think they come on at some point with, I don't know. There's so much about this car that I actually need to delve into. I've had it, I think, 4 days at the point at which I've turned up. More carbony bits.
You know, it makes no sense, but do you have any idea how jealous I am right now? Like, I actually really want a 4x4.
See, it's not that stupid idea. No, it's one of these things. Yeah, it's great. I think it's brilliant.
I like the idea of parking it next to the mezzanine here and just jumping off the top onto the roof, because you basically could, or maybe, or
that's a TikTok or something, isn't it?
Definitely.
Well, we'll do that. We'll do that in this video. I'll open the sunroof and you come. It's also got a wing as well for aero. It's really important for, you know, when you're hitting apexes and stuff, to have aerodynamics keep the car on the floor.
Take a brick, literally a construction brick, and put a wing on the back.
You can hear the wind just assaulting it from all angles when you're driving along. You just hear it all just barraging it, not cutting through it at all, just hitting it.
The thing is, so I know the Brabus guys quite well, and I go and visit them quite often in Bottrop in Germany, and I went recently to their launch event of a whole series of new products. Like, they've just made a new 6x6 of the new G Wagon, and they made it themselves. Wow. Obviously, big money for a full Brabus car. Do you have Brabus interior?
Yeah, it's full Brabus from factory. Literally everything. It's got the engine upgrade. It was ordered as a Brabus.
So all the diamond quilting.
So I think it was built and then went straight to Brabus. So it's got literally everything.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, full on.
We've even got the exhaust thing here, and it's all side lit and everything.
Oh yeah, because it has all the controls.
Paddles, everything. Everything can be Brabus.
The paddles are nice. I like those. Yeah. The full count how many Brabus logos there are. That's a TikTok. How many Brabus logos are on?
Thank you for the content idea. That dross will be coming soon. Yeah, it's the full works. It's literally everything. Their custom exhaust system.
But they make mega stuff. It's really like the top end of top end.
Yeah.
And the door, when you close it, yes, that good old clunk.
Yeah.
That's how it should be. I think we've got to take it out for a little drive.
Okay. Some wide roads would be nice.
Some wide roads?
If not, then...
you mean in the countryside outside
New
of
arches.
Uh-oh. Nah, just replace the PPF, it'll be good.
Something like that.
Maybe, we'll see.
Do you know what? I've driven millions of cars, you've driven millions of cars, and it's one of the few cars I get in and there's actually a sense of occasion now. You become a little bit numb to it. Obviously, some cars are still really, really special, but you don't really get that stressed out or kind of excited or nervous or anything like that. But this is one of the few cars I get in and I'm like, actually, this is something new. I need to think about what's going on in here. I really need to kind of plan my journeys, to be honest, because width restrictions are not a thing. Should you go for a spin?
Are you going to trust me on directions?
I actually don't. I know you know where you're going, but I don't trust you not to direct me into complete hell. If you direct me to any rivers or anything like that, it needs a snorkel, doesn't it? Can we get a carbon snorkel? Is that a thing?
Yeah, up here. So.
Yeah, it comes out of there, doesn't it? That's what we need. Brabus, holler at me. I need one for the Thames or whatever it is.
Oh, God, let's go. Tom, you're bringing wildlife with you.
That's fine. This is Brabus moth.
Nothing but the biggest, baddest, and best, hey?
It is actually, yeah, it's about the size of my fist. Look at it. Chaos. I took my head off. Well, it's yours now. Enjoy.
It's in the mirror.
Run free. Spawn.
Right, out we go. You got to get these steps up and running.
I know. It's all sorts of things I need to work out. I think they're underneath the steering column here. There's also, as well, get that door shut.
Okay.
In here, it's not the world's sexiest remote, but...
You have, like, interior coloured lighting.
Oh, no. Yeah, I do.
Ooh, you've got...
Right, hold on.
Wait.
In here, we've got this as well.
Starlight. Ooh, it's shooting stars.
There you go.
I saw a star shooting over your head.
Yeah, there's all sorts of settings. You can make it green,
down.
red, whatever you're after.
You love it, don't you?
I don't know how I feel about it other than it's a feature. Anyway, let's fire up.
Because this had 400-ish horsepower, I think, from standard. AMG, no, not the AMG, sorry, but still the 4-litre V8.
Yep.
And then obviously the new generation, they have the 63, which is the kind of full-fat G63. Is this like your second drive?
Fourth or fifth, maybe.
Early days.
Yeah.
All right, well, I hope I'm going to come back and see all this lot again later.
You'll be fine, but I just don't know about the public at large. If anything goes wrong, I fear for everyone else more than us.
It's actually quite a cool view from up here. I like this. All right.
Here we go.
There we go. There's quite a different perspective of the road from up here. It's like being in America driving in a pickup.
I'm enjoying it. Do you know what? I recently had a Ford Transit.
Yeah.
And I enjoyed my time in the Transit so much, and I feel this is that same elevated position.
Are we trying to compare a G Wagon?
Look, journalism is not my strong point. I've gone for it. It's a hill I'll die on. But I like the elevated position, and the left-hand drive thing, it is a bit...
Yeah, but you've got a few lefties. You've got your Carrera GT, you've got...
It's completely the opposite. You're lying on the floor with a gearbox up here.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's good. It keeps you well-rounded as a driver.
Just cruising
all
along.
These things.
Cruising, enjoying.
How are you finding
it?
You enjoying it?
You feel the weight of it. I am very conscious, even from here in the passenger seat, that this is a big, heavy beastie.
And you definitely feel it's on coilovers, can't you? It's kind of very, very wobbly. It's not the comfy ride you'd expect.
No, it's not at all a smooth ride. It's not like a luxury SUV. I mean, in some ways, it is a luxury SUV, right? But it's
sunroof.
It's utilitarian.
Yes.
Like Brabus will sell you a winch at the front if you want, and everything else.
How much?
You're a sucker for it. They make the offer and you're in.
All the accoutrements. But it's even got a little remote that you can heat up the car before you get in it.
Okay.
Yeah, that's in the pack at home. Yeah, it's a Mercedes thing. It's actually a Mercedes thing. I think it comes with the... I don't think it's a Brabus add-on.
Do you have a Tesla here?
I don't know what that is. I think that's an air freshener from the previous owner. It's yours. There we go.
I shouldn't have asked. I should have just looked and ignored.
Don't know where
You've got your G modes.
Yes. I'd need to work out how they work. Well, I guess I don't need to work it out, do I?
You kind of get stuck in the Gs.
What have we got? We've got ventilated seats as well.
Yeah.
Heated, ventilated.
Have you just discovered that?
This is my fourth time in it, and I was just concentrating on keeping it.
So you can lock your diffs together. You can either have the first mode with that, or you can do that. No, you can't. We'll just go normal. We won't get in trouble. You can lock the front wheels, lock the rear wheels, or lock the centre drive, basically, between the different G modes. You still have the grab handle, you know, the things we know from G Wagons. The mirrors carbon. They are carbon.
Satin carbon.
Satin carbon mirrors, very swish.
Lightweight, it's just what you need.
Absolutely. Up here, we're going to turn right past the Transit, and then take that exit somehow. Go give it a country lane blast. Go have some fun.
Oh, for God's sake. Do you want to go? Do you want to drive it?
Should I?
Yeah, we'll pull over. I'll get you in the... You're insured, presumably, aren't you?
Yes.
I trust you.
Not sure
I trust you more than me, to be honest.
I'll be the one going to find width restrictions and...
No, I went through the cost of the arches. No.
No, not today.
You bend, you mend.
That's fair.
Yeah, it is.
That is fair. So we'll find somewhere to pull over and go from there. It is a G Wagon, right? So
is that okay? What does a solid white line mean?
It's fine for a minute.
Okay.
It's always fine for a minute. Into park, out we hop, swap around, we'll be good, no one's in trouble. Nobody's coming, empty road. Wait, we got this.
Please be careful. Or don't.
Always careful. Oh, here we go.
I actually fell over getting in. Glad you missed that.
Maybe my camera caught it.
Okay.
Belted up. Pass you this. Doing camera duty if you don't mind.
It's fine. I mean, if you've seen my channel, you'd know that it's probably not the best person to hold the camera.
Oh well, we're here now.
I feel like I should have a wheel here.
Let me, I was going to do some adjustments. Make sure I can actually see what's going on.
Oh no, don't worry about that.
No? Don't need to see anything? Fine. Drive.
There we go.
I will drive.
You excited?
We've got a sport mode. So we're in comfort at the moment. Yeah, I am quite excited actually. Let's pull out. I have actually driven the new one. So play around with everything. Where are we? Get a speedo up. Let's go into sport mode.
That's sport suspension down here.
Oh, is that just suspension? Comfort, comfort, comfort. Bail out, bail out, bail out.
I can't work out which one's worse because they're both terrible.
Okay, this road becomes a national speed limit. So let me just prep for this. You ready? Second gear. Have you given it the beans yet?
I haven't given it the beans.
Empty road ahead.
God.
I tell you what, that's pretty quick.
It is.
For
It's
this
alarming.
kind of thing. That wasn't, and it's the familiar kind of G Wagon drive. Actually, in the driver's seat, it's better than I expected / remembered for an older G. Like I thought this was. It's been a while since I drove an old generation regular G Wagon, but my memory of it was you get to a corner like this, and you kind of point the wheel, and you're waiting for it. Yeah, it's, okay, that hasn't changed.
I mean, wobble the wheel whilst you drive.
Nothing.
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 Close my eyes. I wouldn't know you were doing that.
Watch those arches.
Watch the.
That's hilarious. This is absolutely hilarious.
So it's better or worse than you thought it would be?
It's better than I thought it would be.
Do you want one?
I want a new one. I want a new Gen G. That's my kind of like, I've said that on the channel before when it was introduced, but they've been so hush-hush about it all and about whether they'll ever offer them in the UK. That's ridiculous. Can we just go and find a field?
No, it's too expensive.
Yeah, you know what? That is actually one of the things.
Yep.
We've got to talk about that. With these kind of cars, yes, they can do everything, but you have to have a fair bit in the bank account to go and do everything with them. Because if you break it, you've still got expensive G Wagon parts and arches. And
Absolutely. Someone was telling me that it cost Mercedes nearly $1 million per car. The cost of development for this particular car.
Really?
Yeah, I mean, I think
Why
that's
would they make it?
overhamming it a bit. Just as, like Bugatti did the Veyron, every now and again a firm will just do something to say, look what we can do.
Look what we can do.
The sum of its parts, I don't think it's quite that much, but I can feasibly believe that they didn't make much money on this original run.
I can believe it, which is partly why they probably have to keep the parts engineered ready for the next gen.
Yeah.
So we have a Tesla in front of us, but we also have some twisty roads here. So we're going through the twists and turns. Oh my gosh, it doesn't turn, does it?
Oh my God, help!
Okay.
My life flashed before my eyes, and I think that other car, their life flashed before their eyes as well.
No, I've kept in my lane, but I wouldn't recommend doing that.
I'm really struggling to keep the camera on you here. Just testing my abilities.
That's what these roads are for.
Oh my God. I mean, the Tesla's looking nimble compared to us, and that is not a good sign.
I actually drove up here today in the Zembo. I came on the same loop.
There we go.
Slight difference.
All right, another fruity bit.
Back to the national speed limit. Drop it down to second gear.
Oh my God.
Branch in the road. Big corner. Brake, 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 brake. It doesn't brake at a straight line. Although we've got massive potholes. Not a problem.
Yeah, they're all right. Oh my God.
God, you have to be really conscious of the corners.
Oh my word.
Sounds amazing though. The steering is just so dead. There's no feel at all. You don't know which way it's actually pointing.
Oh.
Should we go down a really narrow lane here?
No, let's not do that.
Yeah, we're doing it. This way.
This video's quickly turned into Troll Tom.
This tends to be the way we go. God, when a car comes here like now, what do I do?
Well, not scrape it on the brick.
I've got to...
It's bad, isn't it?
It's so we go like 30 miles per hour and it just feels... Because of the fact that you have no like minor adjustment or control of the steering.
Yep.
You're all over the place with actually making it go where you want it to go.
Yep.
If I can say. This is a little bit better now, we're fine. We're going to have some dual carriageway in a second. So
you find yourself checking the mirrors a lot just to see where you are in relation to everything else.
I'm not going to curb the wheel if I touch the curb here. It's not going to do any damage.
No.
You have to get so close to it to even fit like in the lane. I like those shift paddles, by the way. The Brabus shift paddles are really nice.
Very nice.
They get good points. They're really good.
Good points.
So,
Shmee points.
ready for some dual carriageway acceleration?
No, not really.
Beast.
It's quick.
Absolute beast.
You
Do you know what? I appreciate driving this. Thank you. Like I'm enjoying this. This is good fun.
There we go.
What you said earlier, it's different, right?
Yep.
We're lucky to get into loads of different cars. lots of similar driving experiences, but this is a different kind of feeling, like it's a different kind of car.
Yeah. Precisely. And it makes you smile. Look, you're grinning from ear to
I'm
ear.
absolutely grinning.
Yeah.
It's the feeling of slight edginess, for sure.
Just being
edginess
kind of along
and
for the ride.
adrenaline. It's so much bigger than any other car. Look at this guy, he looks so small down there. Watch out, get out of the way.
Out of the way.
Brabus G Wagon, sorry.
Pleasant person, going about your business.
I apologise. Oh, what are we doing? What are we doing?
I think the matte black is quite sinister, and I will probably change it at some point.
I'm not gonna lie,
it's factory finish.
That's the one bit I'm not jealous of, because I'm not a fan of black cars at all. I have 0 black cars. Sorry to say, because I know you have a bunch of black cars.
A few of them, a couple of them. I can't actually work it out off the top of my head.
CGT. I don't even know what you have or
the
don't
old
have.
911. I think that's about it actually.
Bunch of. We've got a big roundabout, well, a small roundabout, a twisty roundabout coming.
Okay, well, scrap some speed.
No, go for it. See how it does.
There was that one on its roof in London, just bear that in mind. I think
Yes,
they quite like going
that.
on their roof.
I remember that in Chelsea. I remember it well.
Yep.
Like through a bus stop, thankfully,
Yep.
where no one was sitting or anything.
Yeah, I think it clipped an Uber.
Clipped an Uber.
And over it went.
Okay, I'm not planning on clipping an Uber, but I can see how that happened.
Yeah.
Because of the feel of the steering.
Yeah.
Like you don't have the dexterity that you're used to with a car. You still have the power. You've got a big V8, makes a lot of power. Still plenty of go. But you don't have the ability to place the car exactly where you want it.
No, you don't.
It is like driving a big pickup truck, a big American pickup truck. It's that kind of thing. But like here, oh.
Yeah, you feel you could get it. You could.
I don't think it's just going to flip over on normal tarmac. But like, why do I have to turn the steering wheel 90 degrees for this gentle corner?
Like, that's just part of the experience, mate.
Oh well.
You still want one.
I do. Absolutely. There's a massive brake pedal. I just realised that the brake pedal is basically like a foot wide.
So you can get full send on it.
Like both feet. In case you ever need to stamp on it, both feet just.
I don't know if it'll work, but give it a go.
This is a little bit silly. This is like silly fun, isn't it? I'm sorry for the amount of fuel I'm quickly consuming.
Probably on the fuel light by now, are we not?
Pretty close.
Well, you can fill her up.
Thanks. That's silly loud. I need a 4x4 squared with an exhaust.
That's what you need. That's what everyone needs.
Everyone. Could you imagine if the streets were just people driving these?
Perfect.
We are back. You can tell the car's slightly older when you look at the reversing camera, can't you?
All right, mate, don't have a go.
No,
I'm
it's
very
the
happy
same with
it.
some of my cars. It's the same with some of my cars. Like, those are the type of things that give away the generation of cars a lot these days.
I mean, it's colour. Come on.
It's a cool view, though.
Yeah, it's
Like,
the same age as your
down
Ford
over
GT.
everything. Actually, that's a true story.
It is a true story.
No, it's not. It's got a 66 plate, but it's not from 66.
Okay, well.
So close yet so far. It is down.
Try getting you there.
Yeah.
Sure, there's one in here.
I nearly fell for it.
And I nearly got you. It's newer than your SLS?
Yeah, the SLS is 2013, 14.
Happy with that.
Beast, thanks for the drive, man.
No worries at all.
Good fun.
Thanks for not binning it. Appreciate that.
We're back in one piece.
Absolutely.
Okay, that's been quite a silly drive out, I'm not gonna lie, but there's something hilarious about this, exactly as we were talking about. You can go down those kind of roads in a supercar, a sports car, and the experiences will generally be quite similar to one another. Obviously, there'll be different amounts of power, different engine sounds, different feels, etc. But then you go out in something like this, and it reminds me of when we had the Hennessy Mammoth here, the TRX with 1,000 horsepower. It's that kind of thing, just hilarity that's really hard to explain, makes no sense, is utterly useless, is probably drinking and consuming horrendous amounts of fuel, but that's not the point, is it? The point is, it is something silly, it makes you smile, that's the enjoyment that comes from it, that's what makes it something so fun. And I would love another G Wagon back officially in my collection. We've got one here today, temporarily, but it would be epic to have another one return to be fully part of the Shmuseums. So watch this space is all I'm going to say, because when my G63 did depart, which was now admittedly quite a long time ago, I did promise that there would be another one at some point, and that's still the intention, certainly my game plan. So mark my words, you will see another G Wagon in the Shmuseum here at the Shmuseum at some point in the future. For today though, thanks to Tom for taking me out in his new beastie, his Brabus 4x4 squared. Of course, if you're not already following TGE TV, make sure to head over to his channel, and maybe there will be some of the aforementioned very silly antics taking place with this. That's it for now though. Thank you very much for watching, guys. I hope you've enjoyed the video, and I'll see you again very soon. Cheers.